How's it going, everyone? Equinox Phoenix here, and today we're going to talk about Legacies Season 3, Episode 2, titled Goodbyes Sure Do Suck. In this episode, the clock is ticking on. Well, the clock is ticking on Ruff. He is. As we saw last episode, the people the Necromancer disconnected from are dying. With it, Ruff is, of course, dying. This episode, the Super Squad do everything in their power to, well, to save him. Unfortunately, all isn't as all isn't, rainbows and rainbows and sunshine and whatnot. Every attempt they try fails. With it, Roth runs away to his father's cabin. He wants to spend his final day on Earth with Landon and with his father, Kevin. Alaric goes to find. Well, he goes to his cop buddy. I forget her name. I could probably look it up. Sheriff Mac. She doesn't have a last name. Okay, so Sheriff Mac it is. And together they go and find Lucia. Lucia is Ralph's mother, and fun fact, Lucia is played by Sophina Brown, who plays I forgot the name of the character, but she plays one of the FBI agents in Numbers. I was like, wait, I know her. I still can't remember the name of the character she plays in Numbers, but that's the last show she was on that I remember her from. Of course, I don't watch all that many shows, so. But yeah. Together, Mac and Alaric go and convince Lucia to return to the Salvatore school to be with her son. Alyssa the Necromancer, we find out the Necromancer's plans is to enslave Malavor. And Alyssa tells him, you should enslave all the monsters, not just Malavor. And he agrees. And so they ask the Sphinx for help. In a conversation with Ruff, Hope figures out she can use an Ascendant to then trap Ruff, as well as his parents, with their agreement, of course, in a prison world. Essentially stopping Ruff from dying. That is how they save him. They trap him in a prison world. Landon's goodbye is somewhat memed when he calls Ruff his once and future king, a reference to King Arthur's title of the once and future king. The Necromancer asks the Sphinx if they succeed. We find out, supposedly they do, and somebody dies. Now, this person that dies is likely going to be Landon, because this episode we found out that Landon is now human. He is no longer a phoenix. He cannot resurrect himself. It's quite interesting to see that. Honestly, I think we should have seen this. Again, I'm going to say it. We should have seen these episodes back last year when they were supposed to air, but they couldn't because of human malware. Now, we're wrapping up the final arc of Season 2 with next episode. And we'll have like a somewhat shorter season 3 in total. I don't know how many episodes are season 3. Season 3 is 20 episodes, so we'll have a 17 episode season 3, technically. Well, it seems next week's episode's a musical, so that's gonna be fun to cover. I have no idea if there will be a video. But yeah. Anyway, I enjoyed this episode. I actually managed to watch it Thursday night as opposed to last week's episode, which I was forced to watch Friday morning. Um, yeah, honestly, I'm curious if my theory that it's Landon who dies is right. Of course, at the end of the episode, Landon walks away from Hope, essentially breaking up with her because she's terrified of him dying. Rightfully so. One, Landon's human. Two, everybody that Hope loves has died, pretty much, with the exception of the Saltzman twins and Alaric. Everybody's dead. Oh, and Freya. Freya, who's never around, is alive, but she's like her parents are dead. Her uncles, I'm pretty sure, are all dead unless Cole is still alive. I don't remember if he died or not. Most of her family is dead. It's safe to say that most of her family is dead. So obviously, her being scared shitless of Landon dying is pretty much warranted. But like, he walks away because he wants to live his life. He promised Raph that he would live the rest of his life, but he can't do that if he's with someone who's constantly terrified of everything. Overall, honestly, I enjoyed this episode overall. I can't wait to see not only next week's musical episode. I do love me a musical episode. I don't know if I've ever mentioned that. I don't think I've covered any of the musical Arrowverse episodes. I think I started covering these after the last like way after the last one. But yeah. So I'm looking forward to next week's episode. Anyway, tell me what you guys thought of this episode down in the comment section down below. That's gonna be it for this video. If you guys haven't already, hit like, hit subscribe if you're new. I will see you guys next time, and as always, stay bright.